Alright, so Canon just did something that has the camera rumor world absolutely losing its mind. Not because they announced a new camera, because they didn't. Not because they teased one. Well, they didn't do that either. They simply registered 2 new EOS R cameras with certification agencies. And somehow, the internet has already figured out exactly what they are. Except they haven't. Because one of these cameras, nobody actually knows what it is. So today, we're going to separate fact from fiction, connect the dots, and maybe, just maybe, figure out what Canon's planning for the second half of the year. So let's jump into it. Alright, let's start with the one that nobody can identify. Canon recently registered a camera carrying the model number DS126973. That's literally all we know. No leaked specs, no product name, no blurry spy photos taken with a potato, nothing. Just a registration. Yet somehow, I've already seen people confidently saying, it's definitely the R7 Mark II. How? Did Canon send you an email that they forgot to send to the rest of us? Because I'd like to be on that mailing list. The truth is, we simply don't know. But that doesn't mean we can't make some educated guesses. Now, the obvious answer is the R7 Mark II. After all, it is one of the most anticipated Canon cameras right now. And if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you already know that I've talked about the R7 Mark II more times than Canon has officially acknowledged that it exists. The timing though, that's where things get interesting. Every credible rumor that we've heard suggests that the R7 Mark II isn't expected until sometime next year. So if that's true, why register it right now? Well, actually, that wouldn't be unusual. Manufacturers often certify products months before launch, sometimes 6 months, sometimes longer. So Canon could simply be getting all the paperwork finished so they're ready whenever they decide to just pull the trigger. That actually makes a lot of sense. But maybe it isn't the R7 Mark II. Could it be the R10 Mark II? Maybe. Could it be the R50 Mark II? Also possible. Although personally, that feels backwards. I'd expect Canon to refresh the higher end APS-C camera before updating the camera underneath of it. Now, could Canon surprise us with an entirely new camera? Honestly, I don't think so. Canon usually plays things pretty safe when it comes to naming their cameras. They're more of a evolution company than a let's invent an entirely new lineup company. Well, then again, maybe we're all looking in the wrong direction. Here's the theory that I don't hear enough people talking about. What if it's a cinema camera? Maybe something sitting above the C400. The registration only tells us that it's an interchangeable lens camera. It doesn't say that it's an RF stills camera. So while everyone's busy arguing over the R7 Mark II, Canon could quietly be cooking up something completely different. Honestly, that might be the most exciting possibility. Okay, so while everyone's over there obsessing over camera number 2, there's another registration that's a whole lot less mysterious. Model DS126947. That first appeared back in April. Every reliable source seems to agree that this almost certainly is the R8 Mark II. With an announcement expected sometime around late August, which is pretty much right on schedule for Canon. So nothing really unusual there, except this camera might be Canon's first real attempt at something photographers have been asking for. A retro-inspired mirrorless camera. Now before somebody starts wrapping their R8 in brown leather and ordering vintage camera straps from Etsy, let's calm down. Nobody knows exactly what Canon means by retro. Could it have dedicated shutter speed dials? Maybe. Physical ISO controls? Hopefully. A redesigned body with more tactile controls? I'd love to see it. Just don't let retro mean they painted it silver, because that's not retro. That's just marketing. Fuji proved that photographers love classic controls. Nikon knocked it out of the park with the vintage styling. Canon has never really jumped into that space. So if they're serious, this could end up being one of the most interesting cameras that they've released in years. Now, somebody always says, I don't care what it looks like. And honestly, neither do I. As long as it takes great photos. But let's not pretend that photographers don't enjoy using cameras that feel special. There's a reason people still buy film cameras. There's a reason Fuji has such a loyal following. Using a camera should be fun, and let's be honest, the R5 Mark II, amazing camera. The R6 Mark III, fantastic camera. But beautiful? Let's just say nobody's hanging posters of those cameras on their bedroom walls. And Sony, well, Sony cameras have all the visual excitement of a microwave. Phenomenal cameras, absolutely incredible technology, but they look like they were designed during someone's lunch break. Now, as far as specifications go, I'm intentionally avoiding most of the rumor mill right now, because until multiple reliable sources agree, everything's just noise. I'd rather be right a little later than wrong early. It's not just cameras coming either. We're also expecting Canon to announce the long-rumored RF 24-70 f2L around the same time. Now that lens alone could end up stealing the spotlight. An f2 standard zoom? Yeah. A lot of photographers have been waiting for that one. And on top of that, rumors suggest that 2 more RF lenses could arrive before the end of September. Exactly what they are, nobody can confidently say just yet. So where does all of this leave us? One camera is almost certainly an R8 Mark II. The other? Well, it's still one giant question mark. Maybe it's an R7 Mark II. Maybe Canon is preparing something completely different. Maybe we're all overthinking registration numbers and Canon is sitting back eating popcorn, while the internet just argues with itself. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me, not one bit. The good news is that registrations usually mean announcements aren't too far away. So I have a feeling the next couple of months, they're gonna get pretty interesting. Now I wanna hear from you. What do you honestly think that second camera is? Do you think it's finally the R7 Mark II? A cinema camera? Or something that none of us are expecting? Let me know down in the comments. So remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell for more videos. If you made it this far into the video, thank you. It means more than you think. A lot of what you see here isn't just a video. It's moments that I've chased, lessons that I've learned, and stories that I've been lucky enough to capture. And I've put a collection of that work over at jeff-gresham.com. There you'll find my 2026 print collection, Lightroom presets, and coming soon, cinematic LUTs and video packs. No pressure, no pitch, just an open door. So thank you for hanging out with me, and until next time, get out and shoot. I will see you in the next video. Later.